What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Today's video behind me is the Ohio Fish Rescue. That's right, this place is coming up on 100,000 gallons of water for their aquariums, and this is in a house. Imagine that. This is as big as a public aquarium, and it's inside somebody's house. That is crazy, guys. But as you can see behind me, they actually have a nice koi pond back here as well. Isn't that beautiful? But let's go ahead, let's go in here and check out all the craziness that's going on, because they've made a lot of changes since the last time we've been here and done a video. It looks like a totally different fish room. So let's go, guys. Alright guys, so as soon as we come in the door here at the Ohio Fish Rescue, we are met with this ginormous 3,000 gallon plywood build that the Ohio Fish Rescue built. Josh and Big Rich built this with their bare hands. Look how big this is. I mean, some of these catfish are 3 foot long and they have all this room. They did a heck of a job building this, and these fish are living happily ever after in this 3,000 gallon. Now if you look here, this is Betsy. This is one of the big pacu rescues that they did a couple of weeks ago that's been a real big hit. But this fish is insanely big. I couldn't believe it, but when I saw the video, this fish was in a 125 gallon aquarium, and just to show you the size of this pacu, it made that 125 look like a 55 gallon. Absolutely insane. But if you guys want to check that video out, I'll leave a link down below in the description so you guys can see the craziness for yourself. But look at all those big beautiful cats, big giant gourami. And another pacu here as well. Got a while ago. Some ripsaw catfish, some red tails and TSNs chilling over here. But man, this aquarium is huge. And now coming over here, this is one of my favorite aquariums. As you guys know, I love my Stingrays. Look at these high quality black diamonds. These are beautiful. These are super nice. And if you look back here, that is an albino pearl ray. That is a pretty rare stingray and one of the best higher quality stingrays you can get as well. She is stunning. Got a little peacock bass over here as well. Got a couple more little stingrays playing over here, but as you can tell, the big spots are real white. These are not your typical stingrays. These are very high quality. And then we got Tracy's big dog bone shaped koi aquarium. These guys are huge and super cool. Look at them. They love the attention. But look at all the color in that aquarium. Those guys are cool. Here, Rich left his food out for the kois, so we'll sneak some out. But these guys are fun to watch. Watch this. It's like a piranha feeding frenzy. There they go. Look at that, guys. Splashing and coming up. These koi are fun to watch eat. Look at them go. But they are just so colorful. Some of them have the long fins on them too. Just beautiful. Get down here on the side so you guys can get a better look at them. Now coming over here, we got some really cool fish. Got a Paraíba catfish, a Capicatrum catfish. These guys get huge. Got some clown knives in here as well. Big Oscar up here. Nice datinoid there as well. Got the little angelfish tank over here. Look at them come up to my hand. Very personable fish. And then over here we have the huge pool pond. It's in the middle of a water change, so the water level is really low and it's in the process of filling back up. As you can tell, we have some giant stingrays. I mean, look, huge hands, and these guys are bigger than my hand. And that's one of the smaller ones. We got some bigger ones out here as well. We got some true black pacu over here. And if you check it out, they got another arapaima. Now this one's a lot smaller than Brutus, the one that I gave them. But this is about the size Brutus came into. And you guys will be able to see Brutus here in just a little bit. I'm going to show you guys the 60,000 gallon pond coming up where Brutus is in, but just keep that in mind that Brutus was this size when I brought him about 4 or 5 months ago, and we'll see how big he's at now. Alright guys, so this is one of the newer tanks here that they got set up. As you can tell, they got a lot of datnoids, another albino pearl stingray. I gotta have me one of these one day. These are stunning, so beautiful. And if you look here, this is another baby stingray that Josh and Big Rich bred from their personal collection. This is one, she's probably about 3 months old, but she is beautiful. And if you guys follow me a lot, you know that my stingray is about to have babies as well, so I can't wait to see what they look like. If they turn out like her, I will be extremely happy. Look at this coming up. African lungfish coming up for air. Look at that sight, guys. That is just awesome. That guy is super cool. Man. Over here, we have some huge armadas, or vampire tetras, or payar, whatever you want to call them. But these guys are pretty big. And they got some big teeth too. I don't know if you can see them in there. But yeah, these guys are crazy. Another one here as well. Really like these fish. You can kind of see his teeth tucked in his mouth there. Wow. Now behind us here, we have some of the fish that I just brought in. A couple days ago, I brought some rescued fish to the Ohio Fish Rescue. This Akara by TSN hybrid catfish, and then this short body red tail catfish. That's right, guys, this is a super rare red tail. He is a short body, but they are both doing great. Those were two of the rescues I brought up here. And then we got the armadas that I brought them, and this guy, we're going to grow him out, and then he'll go into the big armadas tank. Eventually, all the armadas from here and here will go into this big tank. And as you can see, there's already another armadas in there as well, but they're going to try to get a school of them going together, which will be really nice. And look, guys, 2 more arapaima. Wow. This is awesome. I love the arapaimas. I wish they didn't get so big. I'd keep more myself. Super cool fish. But I can't wait to show you Brutus. He is 10 times the size of these guys. And then this is another new aquarium. I think it's 4 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot, or no, 30 inches tall. So it's 2.5 foot tall. Huge aquarium just for their imbu puffer. His name is Pittsburgh, and he is just adorable. Look at that smile and look at that beak. I love this fish. He is so cool. But he has his own tank just for him. And as you can tell, that's a 4 foot wide tank, and he takes up about half of it, if not more. Wow, guys. And I like the scape they did in the back here with the driftwood. So he's got a lot of open space to swim, and then also we got a nice little scape in the background, and they have a couple fontosa in here right now as well to add some more color and activity. But this is a really cool aquarium. I really like these cube aquariums. Awesome. All right, guys, so we're going to come up on this big 1,000-gallon aquarium. That's right. This one's just as big as the one that I have at home. And this has a lot of their community fish in here. As you can tell, we have some huge fire eels. They just picked these up not too long ago, and some of them are coming up on 3 feet. Massive. That's actually one of the smaller ones. If you want to see just how big the smaller one is, these tiles are 12 inches wide a piece, and he's taken up about 2 of them, so he's right at 2 foot. So many community fish in here. This is beautiful. And look, one of my favorite fish, I gotta have one of these someday, is the flagtail, the Prochelatus. Those guys are nice. And we got some clown loaches in the back. They always act goofy, laying on their side when they sleep. Got some big tire track eels back here. And then there's those big monstrous fire eels. You can see the head sticking out over here, this one. Now, I think he's one of the biggest ones. These guys are huge. And once again, I love that driftwood piece back there. I gotta find me something like that for my aquarium. But this community tank is awesome to watch. I could watch this aquarium all day long. All right, guys, and this is another 1,000-gallon aquarium. As you can tell, the Ohio Fish Rescue has huge tanks. They do it big. We got some nice, beautiful peacock bass. That's an azul bass there. Got some nice catfish down below. Got some beautiful Oscars. Got a Florida gar back here as well. Look at them. Beautiful. If you look here, we have a huge TSM by Akara hybrid catfish. That is a big boy. He's pushing probably a little over 2 feet there. Beautiful. And now coming over here, we have the Abba knife fish. These guys are insane looking. These are super aggressive too. As you can tell, he's in this aquarium all by himself. They do well by themselves. But these guys are super mean predator fish. But look how cool he looks. That streamlined body. Man, he is cool. And on the back side of the rescue, we have some quarantine tanks here. These are fish that have just come in the last couple of weeks that are in quarantine tanks to make sure that they are safe, to make sure they are healthy, and won't bring any illnesses or diseases into the rescue. These are all separate systems than what they run on their big stuff. So they make sure that they are healthy, make sure they're not sick, make sure they're eating good, and then they will put them in different aquariums here at the rescue or find them homes. The Ohio Fish Rescue knows a lot of people in the hobby that can give a lot of these fish a bigger, better home. This is probably my #1 aquarium. I love this fish tank. This is huge. This is 16 foot long. That's right, 16 foot long, 6 foot wide from front to back, 6 foot wide front to back, and 3 foot tall. Look how thick this acrylic is on this. I mean, that is just insane. And I got the overflows here on each side. Got one way down there. Super long fish tank. But this houses some of my favorite fish. All albino luteistic fish. We got a giant gourami. We got a clown knife back here. Got some catfish. Wells catfish. And then my favorite, this guy steals the show, is the platinum red tail catfish. This guy is super beautiful. But let's go on the other side of the aquarium and get a closer look at him. All right, guys, here he comes. Look at this beautiful fish. I would say this platinum red tail catfish is around 3 foot long. If you look at these tiles, like I said, they're a foot long a piece, and he takes up right at about 3 of them. So this is a huge fish. He may look little in this giant aquarium, but rest assure you, he is coming up on 3 feet. I would love to have one of these one day. So beautiful. Could watch him swim all day long. Look at that, guys. Man. Look at him go. So guys, just to let you know, Ohio Fish Rescue is coming up on 100,000 gallons of water in this facility that they have, which is just amazing. This is just as big as a public aquarium, and this is in Big Rich's house. Could you imagine that, having all of this stuff in your home? His house is just massive and huge, and his love for these fish are just awesome. But these are some tanks that are going to be getting set up. This is a 1,000 gallon aquarium. Down here's a 2,000 gallon aquarium right here. And then there's another one we just picked up. If you remember last video, we talked about this aquarium a little bit, but this is a huge 500 gallon cube. It's 4 foot wide, 4 foot long, and 4 foot tall. Another very thick acrylic as well. And the center coil piece is amazing. But when I asked Josh and Big Rich what they were going to keep in this aquarium once they get it up and running, they told me more than likely they're going to have their African cichlids in here, which would be really beautiful having them swim in and out of this coral piece. There's so many caves and crevices in here for the fish to swim in and out of. Cannot wait to see them get this up and running. But what's cool too is the overflow is inside the coral piece. So you'll see no piping in this thing whatsoever. So it's going to be a very clean setup. But I'm really excited to see this aquarium set up. All right, and we cannot forget about one of their biggest aquariums, the 4,400 gallon aquarium that houses some 3 foot pacu, I mean some big Niger catfish, insane guys, some big silver arowanas. But I have never seen an aquarium this big outside of a public aquarium. Like I said, these guys do it big. And take a look at that. That's another favorite of mine. That is the biggest giraffe catfish I have ever seen in person. Wow. That's a beautiful catfish there. But just look at this, guys. I could watch this aquarium all day long. I mean, look at these iridescent sharks. You buy them this big at the fish store and then they get this big. And that's still a baby. They get 10 times that size. And I'll show you one out in their 60,000 gallon pond in just a minute. Just stunning fish. I can't even get this aquarium all the way in my camera hardly. That's how big it is. All right, guys, so last but not least, the 60,000 gallon pond that was built by Aquascape, which is Greg Whitstock's company. They donated this to the Ohio Fish Rescue. All the supplies, rocks, filters, everything you see, they come over here and helped Big Rich get a huge pond. 60,000 gallons, guys. And I thought this was cool. They actually have a picnic table in the pool where you can sit down and chill with the fish. Oh man, it's so neat. But if you look here, this is a rare short body alligator gar. He's coming up on about 4 foot. Like I said, it's hard to judge the size of these fish because they're in such a huge pond. But if you look over here, we have a lot of 3 and 4 foot catfish. Remember how I told you iridescent sharks get huge? There's 1 and there's 2. These are probably about 3 feet on the iridescent sharks, which sadly you can buy these at a fish store. They're about 1 inch big, and people cram them in a small aquarium not knowing what they get to. Well, here you guys go. 3 foot, 2 of them right here. And they're probably still growing. That's what's crazy. Another one of my favorite fish at the Ohio Fish Rescue is the platinum alligator gars. They have 2. Here's one. I don't know where the other one's at. Sometimes they're resting. Nope, we got them over here. There's the second one. But look at that, guys. Huge Niger catfish. But now we need to find Brutus. We will see if we can find him. That's what's crazy. We're trying to find a 4-foot fish. That's how big Brutus the arapaima is. He's 4 feet. Here he comes, up underneath the picnic table. Look how big he is, guys. He's coming right up to me because he wants fed. Here, I know where the food stash is, guys. Don't tell Rich. We'll get some food out of here, see? We'll see if we can get Brutus, which is my old arapaima. I grew him out for the Ohio Fish Rescue. We'll see if he'll smack the water hard. Sounds like a shotgun. Ah, a little one. Normally it's a lot louder than that, but probably camera shy. Now I want to take you guys underwater just to show you the true size of Brutus. Like I had said, this was my old arapaima that I grew out for Big Rich here at the Ohio Fish Rescue. I bought him at 6 inches and now he's at 4 feet. And he is less than 2 years old. If that tells you just how fast these gentle giants grow. But guys, what do you think of this 60,000 gallon pond? It is just amazing to see this. And I was happy to be a part of this. I come down and helped Big Rich, Josh, Greg Whitstock, and all of them put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this, and it was a lot of fun. But we got this fully up and running in just about 3 days. We work fast around here. And while we're out here, we do have a big 300-gallon African cichlid tank. All kinds of colors in here. Beautiful fish. We'll get it underneath. We'll get it from the side too so you guys can see. Sorry if there's a little glare in here, but this is kind of like a sunroom. So, yeah, look at those colors, guys. Beautiful fish. And then some more new aquariums back here. I believe these are roughly around like 190, 200 gallons. I have 3 of them lined up back here. We have a family here that just got doing a tour of the Ohio Fish Rescue for the very first time. What was your guys' thoughts on everything?
All the fish are very big and really neat. I've never seen any fish like them.
Yeah.
The fish room is just gorgeous and the tanks are so big.
Yeah. It's crazy it's in one house. That is insane. Did you guys know that there's almost 100,000 gallons in this place?
Wow.
It's a lot of water.
Well, I think it's awesome
All the fish
that
are cool.
you can see some of these fish that you find in pet stores that are just, you know, a couple inches, 3-4 inches. You can really see how big they get.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of these fish probably shouldn't even be in the hobby, but it's
No.
great that there's a place like this where they can go and get the proper care and have
Right.
the size they need. So I think it's great.
What I'd like for you all to do is to go follow
Noah Wilson, 33.
Noah Wilson 33. This is this little guy's Instagram page. I love seeing little kids into the hobby like this. To show a lot of interest. We got to keep this growing as hobbyists, and to see little kids that are excited in this is just awesome. Melts my heart. What I would like for you guys to do is go over and check Noah out. I'm going to go over there as well, and I hope to see a lot of you over there. Show him some love and support, and we can help keep the next generations in the hobby. So that's going to end our crazy monster fish room tour. But what do you think about how huge this place is? Coming up on 100,000 gallons of water. That's absolutely crazy. And this is all in somebody's house. Absolutely nuts, guys. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate all the love and support from you guys. Make sure, if you're not subscribed to the Ohio Fish Rescue, go down in my description, click that link, go subscribe to them and help support them, because what they do, nobody else does this in the hobby. It is amazing what Big Rich and Josh do here at the Ohio Fish Rescue. But with all this being said, guys, I had a lot of fun making this for you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.